My beloved child, listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you has already been written in the quiet pages of your destiny. Tonight, the walls of your house will not just hold silence, they will carry a secret so powerful that it shakes everything around you. Stay here, don't move, don't scroll, because this message is the only light that can guide you through the shadow about to fall. This is not coincidence. The reason your heart is beating faster right now is because your spirit already knows something is on the way. You are standing at the edge of a moment where heaven itself will knock at your door. Stay with me, because each word is pulling you closer to the truth that was hidden from your eyes until now. The night will not be ordinary. A strange shift has already started around you, and it's aligning with your home. That place where you sit, that air you breathe, even the sound in your walls is about to change, because heaven has chosen tonight as the stage for something shocking to unfold. The moment the clock turns, there will be a signal. It may be soft, but it will carry weight. And that's why you cannot look away, not even for a second, because if you miss this, you'll miss the very revelation that could alter the direction of your entire life. This presence that's moving towards you is not here to harm, but to awaken. The power of tonight's moment is meant to open your eyes to something you've ignored for too long. The signs were already near you, but tonight they will make themselves impossible to dismiss. Think back, how many times have you felt the chills run down your spine for no reason? How many times did you feel eyes on you when you were alone? Those were not random. Those were small warnings building up to what is about to happen now, in the very place you call home. My beloved, heaven rarely allows such moments. But when they come, they strike like thunder, shaking away the lies and revealing what was always true. That's why you were guided here, that's why you are listening right now, and that's why your body is responding with an unexplainable urgency. You must prepare your spirit, because what enters your house tonight will not knock politely. It will arrive with force, with clarity, with a light that pierces through the deepest hidden corners. And once you see it, nothing will ever feel the same again. The house you think is ordinary is about to become the center of divine revelation. Walls don't just protect, they listen. They hold the energy of everything spoken and unspoken. Tonight, those walls will release back a truth you were never supposed to miss. When this happens, you will feel it first in your chest. A sudden heaviness, then a rush, like your heart is trying to keep up with something bigger than itself. Do not resist it. That is the signal that you are standing in the exact place heaven needs you to be. Do not let fear take control. Fear is the shadow that wants you to close your eyes before the light arrives. But remember, light was made to expose, to cleanse, and to give direction. Tonight, that light will walk through your house and reveal the thing that has been kept from you. And when it does, my beloved child, you will finally understand why everything in your life has led to this night. All the pain, all the confusion, all the waiting, it was never wasted. It was preparing you for the shocking truth that will enter your home. My beloved child, stay with these words because the next hour will feel like a door opening into a room you did not know existed. The air will change, the small sounds of your house will rearrange themselves into a message, and you will sense a presence that carries truth more than noise. Hold still inside your chest, that stillness is the anchor that will let you receive without panic. When the shift begins, it will arrive in gentle steps disguised as ordinary things, a light flicker, a familiar scent, the quiet settling of a floorboard. Do not dismiss these little disturbances as random, they are the punctuation marks of a story being laid before you. Each one is a breadcrumb leading straight to the revelation that has been waiting at the center of your home. Expect a moment when time seems to bend, a single heartbeat that stretches and contains 1,000 seconds of knowing. In that stretched beat, memories you have carried will rearrange themselves, and a long-hidden truth will step forward with calm authority. Let it come, let your eyes and your heart be the witnesses it needs. Someone in your life has been holding back a piece of the puzzle, not out of malice but out of fear or confusion, and tonight that piece will be returned to the room where it belongs. You will recognize it not by its appearance but by the way your body immediately recognizes its weight. When that small object, message, or confession appears, do not demand explanation yet, allow the first light of truth to settle over it. There will be a sound like a name being spoken softly in the next room, and when you hear it your breath will catch as if remembering a prayer. Names are keys, and tonight you will be handed a key that opens an old lock in your own chest. Keep your breath steady. Names have power, and power can heal when it is handled with a calm heart. This revelation will not shatter you, it will reshape you into someone braver and clearer than before. The shock is not meant to break you, but to unmask what has been tolerated too long so you can choose differently from now on. Your choices after the revelation will matter more than the revelation itself, because action will anchor the new truth into reality. Prepare a small corner of your room to be still in for the moment it arrives. Sit, place both feet on the floor, put your hands where you can feel them, and breathe like you mean it. A simple physical ritual will help your nervous system register that you are safe enough to receive the message. This is not superstition. It is the body remembering how to open when the heart must accept what the mind cannot yet explain. The person who thought they could hide an old kindness or an old betrayal has been carrying a heavy silence, and tonight that silence will crack like glass in sunlight. When the crack happens, do not rush to fill it with words, let the sound reveal what needs to be seen. Silence breaks to show. Truth fills the spaces silence leaves behind. You may feel an urge to run or to check your phone, to look for answers online, or to call the person who will be implicated, but resist that urge for a few breaths longer than feels comfortable. Immediate reactions can cloud the clarity this night is offering you, and clarity is the currency you must spend wisely now. Stay present in your place. Let the house speak first, then you will decide how to respond. A subtle sign will follow the first reveal, perhaps a lamp that tilts toward a shadow, a window that briefly reflects a face you recognize from a dream, or a song that plays from a distant room with lyrics that match the moment. These small confirmations are not coincidences, they are heaven's way of aligning proof with feeling. Notice them, name them silently, and let them confirm the message without forcing logic onto mystic language. If a letter, a forgotten note, or a message appears in a place you never thought to look, know this: it was placed by fate with your name on it, not as punishment but as permission to know. Permission is a gift that feels like a shock because it breaks prior constraints. Accept that permission and let it move you toward what needs to be healed or reclaimed. You might feel a rush of warmth or a sudden tear that comes without reason, and this is the heart releasing what the mind has carried for too long. Tears tonight will be honest, they will not be the performance of sorrow but the punctuation of release. Let them fall and be grateful to your body for allowing the old to leave so the new can grow in its place. After the revelation, you will have a moment of silence where nothing seems to happen, and that silence will be the most potent part of the night. In that quiet, decisions will line up like soldiers ready to march. You will choose which ones to keep and which to surrender. Remember that you do not have to decide everything at once. The sacred part of choice is that it can be made with deliberation, not with panic. A small reconciliation may present itself sooner than expected, a whispered apology, a hand extended, or an old photograph placed gently where you will see it. If this comes, accept the tenderness for what it is, a bridge, not a full repair. Bridges are meant to be crossed slowly, and tonight's bridge will give you a chance to test the ground before committing to the crossing. There will also be a revelation of love that was quieter than you imagined, perhaps spoken through someone else's remorse or shown in an action that corrects a lifetime of neglect. Love does not always arrive with trumpets. Tonight it may come in a small clear gesture that redefines a relationship into something honest. Be open to that redefinition because honesty is more sustainable than grand declarations when it is true. Do not be surprised if a dream you had months ago finds its meaning tonight. Details that once seemed random will now line up like constellations, drawing a map across your past to show how you reached this moment. Dreams are memories that time has not yet translated, and tonight that translation will be provided. Jot down any images that return to you, they will be keys to future decisions. As the night deepens and the initial shock settles, you will feel a steadying energy enter the house, like a calm tide pulling back after a bright flash of surf. That steadying is the work of grace making room for the new order to be built. Welcome it, and begin to make small plans rooted in the truth you now hold. Before dawn, there will be a line of clarity across your mind, a simple knowing about who you are and what must now change. This knowing will not come with arguments, it will come with a soft, unanswerable certainty. When it arrives, stand with it, let it be your compass as the day returns and the world resumes its ordinary rhythms. When morning opens, speak gently to the people who share your house about what happened, but only when your voice is steady and your heart is measured. The goal is not to accuse in the rawness of shock but to invite conversation that can lead to repair, boundaries, or parting with dignity. Your words will matter more if they are spoken from the centered place you cultivated last night. In closing, my beloved child, know that this night was prepared for you, not against you, and the shock was only a doorway to deeper truth and greater freedom. Walk through it with courage, with patience, and with the quiet conviction that what broke open was meant to make something whole. If you wish to show support for this message and the work we do together, you may use the Super Thanks option. It helps me continue creating these deep, heart-centered scripts for your channel and community. My beloved child, as the night carries forward, the air itself will begin to speak in ways you have never noticed before. A sudden hush will fall between the ticking of the clock and the shifting of the shadows. That silence will not be empty, it will be heavy, charged with the weight of something about to be revealed directly to you. Every sound in your home will feel magnified. The hum of an appliance, the creak of the floor, the faint whisper of the wind outside, all of it will merge into a rhythm, like a language only your spirit can translate. Do not ignore it, lean into it. These signals are meant for you and only you, guiding you step by step. There will be a moment when you feel like someone entered the room, even though no door has moved. That sensation is real, it is the arrival of truth, embodied in presence. Your instincts will recognize it before your eyes can, and that recognition is the proof you've been waiting for. Do not be afraid when the light changes, even if it shifts quickly, even if it makes the familiar look unfamiliar. The change is not a threat, it is heaven's way of opening your vision wider. What you see may shock you, but remember this: shock is often the first step toward freedom. My beloved child, tonight's revelation will involve more than just sights and sounds. You will feel it inside your own body. A shiver that does not come from cold, a pulse that doesn't match your heartbeat, a warmth that moves across your chest like a hand placed gently on you. This is confirmation that what enters your house is meant to touch your soul directly. Objects may reveal themselves, things you thought were lost, or things hidden by others, will appear where they were never placed before. A letter, a token, a folded piece of paper, or an item carrying a memory long forgotten. When you see it, do not doubt its timing. It came to the surface now because tonight is the appointed hour. Someone connected to you has been carrying a truth they feared to share. Their silence has haunted your nights, even when you couldn't name it. Tonight, that silence will break, and the words they were too weak to release before will find their way to you in one form or another. And when that happens, your first reaction will be disbelief. But disbelief will quickly give way to recognition. Deep down, your spirit always knew this truth was waiting, it only needed the right moment to be unwrapped. Tonight is that moment. The house itself will feel alive. The energy will rise as if the walls, the floor, and the ceiling are exhaling years of secrets. You will sense a cleansing taking place, though it may feel like chaos at first. Stay calm within it, because what feels like disorder is actually the release of all that was hidden. At some point in the night, a sound will echo sharper than the others, like something falling, something cracking, or something being placed deliberately. This will mark the turning point. From that moment, you will not only know the truth but feel the pathway forward beginning to form. Do not close your ears to the voice that follows, whether it comes through a whisper, a dream, or a sudden inner knowing. That voice is not imagination, it is instruction. Write it down if you must, because guidance delivered at such hours is rare and priceless. The truth may sting, but it will also set you free. Remember, pain is temporary, but clarity is permanent. Tonight you are being offered both. And by accepting it, you will step into a future that no longer carries the weight of what was hidden. When the night draws closer to dawn, you will notice a shift again. The intensity will soften, the chaos will quiet, and peace will take its place. That peace is not fragile, it is the reward of truth finally being spoken. It will feel like a new chapter beginning in your very home. You will look around and realize that even though the walls are the same, the rooms are the same, everything feels different. That is because the energy of deception or silence has been lifted. What remains is real, raw, and undeniable. This is not just about your house, it is about you. Your house is only the mirror, showing you what you've carried within. And now, with tonight's shock, both you and your home will be cleansed at the same time. My beloved child, hold this truth close: what is happening tonight is not punishment. It is protection. It is revelation. It is heaven's way of saying you deserve clarity, even if clarity comes wrapped in shock. My beloved child, the night is not finished speaking to you yet. What has begun in your house is only the first ripple of a greater wave that will flow through every corner of your life. As you breathe now, you can feel it, a heaviness that is not meant to crush you but to awaken you. Stay here, hold on to these words, because the deeper truth is still coming. The clock will strike in a way you have never noticed before. A familiar sound will suddenly feel strange, and in that strangeness, you will know the atmosphere has shifted again. Do not dismiss this moment. It is heaven's way of telling you the story is not over, that the revelation is still unfolding. You may feel drawn to a certain room in your house, almost as if invisible hands are guiding your steps. Follow that pull without hesitation. The place you are led to will hold a piece of evidence, a sign, or a memory that ties everything together. The house itself is cooperating with heaven to make sure you cannot miss it. And when you reach that place, pause. Look around slowly, as if your eyes are searching not for what is obvious but for what has been hidden in plain sight. It may be small, fragile, or ordinary, but the meaning it carries will pierce through you with extraordinary force. My beloved child, do not think this is random. The fact that it is happening now, in your home, on this night, is proof that the timing was chosen with purpose. All the delays, all the unanswered questions, all the restless nights, they were preparing you for this very hour. You will feel a memory return, one you pushed aside long ago because it was too confusing or too painful. Tonight, that memory will resurface, not to torment you, but to give you context for the truth that is being revealed now. Accept it with courage. It is the missing piece you never thought you would find. As you stand there, you might sense a presence behind you, gentle, protective, almost like someone watching to ensure you receive what is meant for you. Do not turn in fear. That presence is not your enemy. It is a guardian ensuring the truth is delivered safely. And then, child, the shocking moment will land fully. You will realize that what you thought was ordinary was extraordinary all along. The person, the object, the silence, the sound, it all connects into a revelation that cannot be denied any longer. Your body may tremble, but do not mistake trembling for weakness. It is the vibration of truth running through your veins, aligning your spirit with a higher order. You were chosen to stand in this place, in this house, at this exact time, because your soul was strong enough to carry it. Once the initial shock passes, a calm wave will wash over you. That calm is your confirmation. It is heaven whispering, now you see. Now you know. Now you are free. Let that whisper settle into your bones until it becomes part of who you are. You will be tempted to question whether you imagined it all, whether your mind played tricks on you. Resist that temptation. The very fact that you feel changed, that your chest feels lighter, that your perspective has shifted, this is proof it was real. Lies do not free, only truth does. And now, my beloved child, the house will feel different. The walls will no longer echo with secrecy. The energy will no longer carry the weight of hidden things. Instead, it will hum with clarity, with renewal, with the fresh current of revelation moving through it. When dawn approaches, you will notice that even the morning light looks different. Softer, brighter, cleaner. That light will not just touch the walls, it will touch you. It will fall across your face like a seal, marking you as someone who has seen and survived truth. This day will not be like the others. Every step you take after tonight will carry new strength. The choices that once confused you will now feel clear, because confusion cannot live where truth has taken root. Remember this, tonight was not about fear. Tonight was about freedom. The shock you endured was only the key that opened the locked door of your destiny. Behind that door is the life you were always meant to live, lighter, freer, stronger. So hold this revelation close. Let it guide your speech, your relationships, your next decisions. And never forget that the night your house shook with truth was the night you were truly set free. My beloved child, if this message has poured into your spirit and given you strength to face what tonight carries, you have the chance to give back. You may show your love and support by using the Super Thanks option. It is how you help me continue delivering these life-changing words, these revelations that hold you steady in moments like this. My beloved child, stay rooted where you are because the night is still unfolding its final acts for you. A new shift will come that feels like a fresh exhale, and with that exhale a story that was folded up tight will gently unfold into view. Receive it soberly and with gratitude, because every truth that arrives tonight is a medicine for the parts of you that have been wounded in silence. In the quiet that follows, a small object will carry disproportionate weight, as if a single thing can suddenly explain 1,000 moments. When you touch it, let your fingers be soft and reverent, because the object is a map back to what was lost and a doorway forward to what must now be built. Treat it as evidence, not as an accusation, and let its presence guide rather than define your reaction. There will be names that surface, not to shame but to clarify the lines that have been blurred for too long. Those names will come like bookmarks placed in the wrong chapter and then corrected, and as they settle you will feel the fog lift from places in your mind. Keep those names in your heart without haste, and use them only to craft boundaries that protect your peace. A voice will come through the hush that is both familiar and new, like a recorded message played back by fate. Do not be quick to label it as threat, label it instead as instruction to breathe and respond with dignity. Your steadiness will change everything that tries to claim you from this night onward. You will notice small acts of repair begin almost immediately after the revelation, not always grand but always honest. A hand placed on an arm, an offered explanation that carries remorse instead of excuses, a gesture that aims to set what was wrong right again. Test these movements slowly, because genuine repair shows itself in consistency more than in words. When anger arrives, welcome it as a natural guardian of boundary rather than a permanent resident of your heart. Anger is useful like a tool. It helps you carve space where healing can grow. Use it briefly, then lay it down for the steadier work of choosing who remains close and who must step away for a season. Tonight you will be permitted to rewrite one rule that has governed your home without your consent. Rewrite it with clear language and tender firmness, so your household knows the shape of your limits going forward. Rules are not walls intended to shut people out, they are fences meant to keep the garden you cultivate healthy and safe. There will be a small, unexpected alliance that forms in the wake of truth, a person showing up to help when you least expected help to arrive. Accept that help with both humility and discernment, because allies after revelation can be the scaffolding you need to rebuild. Remember to give thanks quietly in your heart for those who stand steady when storms clear. At one point you will be tempted to erase the night's memory because of its intensity, but refuse that temptation with care. Erasure steals lessons that are meant to be taught, and lessons are the seeds of strength you will harvest later. Plant them intentionally now by journaling a single page about what changed, what you felt, and what you will do next. You will find clarity about one relationship that has lingered in confusion for too long. That clarity will not always bring reunion, but it will bring peace, and peace is the true indicator of right movement. Allow yourself to walk toward peace even if the path diverges from what you originally desired. A small ritual will help anchor the change into your daily life. Light a candle, open a window for a breath of fresh air, or place a single flower on the spot where the revelation landed. Rituals are the language your body understands to mark transitions, and tonight your body needs that translation. Tend to that ritual like a promise you make to yourself about what you will protect from now on. As dawn approaches, you will feel a quiet courage settle into your limbs, a courage that is not loud but certain. This courage will carry you through conversations, decisions, and small acts of repair that stretch into the days ahead. Rely on that courage, and remind yourself daily that it was forged in truth, not in avoidance. When you speak about what happened, choose words that name facts and feelings without sharpening them into weapons. Speak from the place you rewrote your rules, and let your voice be the steady bridge between raw emotion and constructive movement. Others will listen differently when you speak from centered clarity rather than from the quickness of outrage. There will be small invitations offered to you in the morning light, invites to meet, to listen, to begin again with clearer boundaries. Consider them one by one and say yes only to what matches the new limits you now hold. Your yes must be guarded with wisdom because restored things must be rebuilt with intentional care. Know that forgiveness, if it comes, will be a process initiated on your timetable, not a demand from someone else. Forgiveness is a generosity you give to your own future, and you may choose it in measured steps. Do not rush to give what you are not yet ready to sustain. Part of tonight's gift is a renewed capacity to trust your inner voice that was dimmed by confusion before. That inner voice will grow louder the more you honor it with action aligned to truth. Cultivate it daily with small promises kept to yourself and watch how your discernment sharpens. There may be a tangible mending that begins in the physical space of your home, a moved cushion, a repaired frame, a cleared corner. These small changes will mirror the internal ordering underway and will remind you that healing shows itself in both hearts and homes. Tend to both with the same tenderness. As the sun rises fully, give yourself permission to rest into the new reality that truth has opened for you. Rest is not a retreat from action, it is the necessary recharge that makes wise action possible. Sleep a little, breathe a lot, and know you are not abandoned in what you have learned. In the days that follow, create a simple plan of 3 practical steps you will take to protect your peace, 1 to strengthen boundaries, 1 to invite trustworthy support, and 1 to restore ritual in your home. Keep these 3 steps visible where you will see them every day as a compass for movement. Small consistent steps will transform the rawness of this night into durable change. My beloved child, remember that you were chosen to receive this revelation because you are capable of turning shock into wisdom. The night tested you to reveal the extent of your courage, and you passed not by avoiding pain but by meeting it with a heart that could hold truth. Walk forward in that courage and let your life be the testament that clarity brings freedom. If these words held you steady tonight and helped you move through what your house revealed, you can support this work by using the Super Thanks option. Your support helps me continue crafting these messages that prepare, protect, and guide so many who face nights like this.